About you guys, but today it's supposed to be like 95 degrees in my town, which is absolutely crazy, and it's like 100-something degrees in Ellensburg right now, which is insane. So it got me kind of thinking about weather, which sounds like a really boring topic, but actually it's something that I wish that I would have known before I went to school my freshman year, because I bought a whole bunch of clothes and then found out that they weren't even close to what I needed, because I had no idea how cold it was going to be in Ellensburg. For example, during fall quarter, I think it was, my freshman year, I went to a final, which it was December, but still, it was only 2 degrees when I went to my final. It was an 8 a.m. final, and that totally sucked. Like, I was pretty sure that my face was going to fall off before I got to my class. So I just wanted to let you guys know some of the things that I wish I would have known before I went to Ellensburg, just like things that I wish I would have gotten. And so during the fall, it is pretty warm still outside, and during spring quarter it's pretty warm too. You do have a lot of the wind. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ellensburg is super windy, so you get used to that really fast. I pretty much bring this windbreaker everywhere I go because it rolls up pretty tight and it has a hood and all that good stuff. So that way if it gets super windy or I'm cold or whatever, I can just put that on really quickly. I like having that windbreaker just because sometimes it will randomly rain. I'll wear it to football games sometimes, but a lot of times I'll wear a jacket. Let's see. Yeah. More like this. I just got this one, so I haven't actually worn it, but it's a lot like those North Faces that are super nice. I got it at Costco for 35 bucks. This normally is like a $100 jacket, I figured out, but it's a lot cheaper, which is really awesome. So I like wearing those to football games because it does get pretty cold. We've had it hail, we've had it, I think, rain a couple times. It did snow last year. It snowed a little bit, so we do get some crazy weather during football games, so it's nice to have like a nicer jacket to wear. It does get kind of warm there too because you're jumping around, especially if it's a good game and that kind of stuff, so definitely good to layer. And just in general, it's good to layer in Ellensburg because you're outside and it's freezing cold, so your body is like trying to heat you up, and then you get inside, you're like ripping your jacket off because it gets super hot by the time you get to your classroom, especially if you're going upstairs. So you get really good at pulling your clothes off when you have your backpack on. One thing that I've never actually gotten were really nice snow boots, and that's definitely something that I would recommend, especially if you're a freshman. My sophomore year it didn't really snow that much, so I didn't really see the need to get them, and then last year, which was my junior year, it was absolutely crazy snowy, so I really wanted some, and I bought them too late, and I just decided I didn't really need them, and they were super expensive, so I kind of had like sticker shock, so I returned them. But you can buy like some cheaper snow boots and that kind of stuff, like still brand name and all that kind of stuff, on Zappos.com, Zappos. It has all of the brand names, and you can get like really nice Nikes and stuff like that on there too, or like a nice North Face jacket and that kind of stuff. So I really like that website, and I'm not a representative of them, so they're not paying me to say that and all that good stuff. A lot of girls do wear Uggs. I don't actually own Uggs. I own like fake Uggs, and I hardly ever wear them. But you know, a lot of guys don't wear Uggs. I don't really know what guys normally wear during the winter time, so I'm not going to recommend anything because I'm not a boy, so I don't wear boy shoes. Just to give you an idea, normally it starts to snow quite a bit during the first couple of weeks of winter quarter. I remember my freshman year when I came back, which is when it snowed quite a bit, there was snow like compacted on the ground from it snowing all winter break long, and it basically didn't stop until like February. So you do get quite a bit of snow. Luckily the sidewalks are heated, a lot of them are, so you don't have quite as much ice and all that good stuff. If you're one of those super uncoordinated people like me, don't worry, because I'm a tour guide and I walk backwards through the ice a lot of times, and I've never actually fallen, so that's good. I've slipped. I've almost done the splits a couple different times, which is amazing because I can't do the splits at all, but yeah, it gets pretty slippery, so definitely get some decent shoes with traction and all that good stuff. So I know this was probably kind of boring. I just thought that it would be kind of good to know. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions about anything else, like places that I would recommend to buy this stuff or whatever, I don't know, just let me know. And if anybody has anything to say about my room being messy, I'm not going to argue with you because it is. Well, I hope you survive this really hot day today. If it's going to be hot where you are, I think it basically is going to be everywhere. So I hope you don't die or dehydrate or something like that. And hopefully, and good luck with not breaking your butt during winter in